Okay, we'll start with our prayer. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Vangme manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam avirāvirmayedhi vedasya ma'ani stha shrutam me ma prasirani nadhite nahoratran sannadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. So Panchadashi. We are studying Panchadashi, 6th chapter. And here the reference is Ishvara, Ishvara, the nature of Ishvara. And first, it is the Panchadashi has discussed about its God's all-knowingness, Sarvajñatva. Sarvajñatva. It is possible that He is all-knowing. And then after that, Sarveshwaratva. That means He is the Lord of all, Master of all, and Sarvajña, etc. And then Antaryamitva. Antaryamitva means He is the inner controller. Residing within, He controls everything. So without much, and devoting much time repeating and recapitulating, we'll go forward. Okay. So Antaryami. Antaryami means He controls everything being within. The meaning of the expression, the Lord makes them revolve by His Maya. The quotation is here, Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna tishtati. O Arjuna, Lord resides within, in all being, not in human being, in all being. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam. Lord resides within all being. Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudani mayaya. As if one is in a simulator. Yeah, modern, it should be modern explanation. The yantra, that time yantra. So yantra means any kind of, say, roller coaster or something like that time.
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. But here we know it is almost similar. Even nowadays, some people think that this is a big simulator. So the same idea is given here. We also can experience. If we just observe, then we can understand that everything happening in front of us, and we are witness. So Lord resides within. What is within? Within means here, He is within the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha, because we understand something. If we analyze, we understand the Jnaya, Jnana, and Jnata. One is knower, I am the knower. and there is a process of knowledge, and something is to be known, object of knowledge. So because this layer is there, so we understand that within that some entity who is controlling everything, because it has, we do not have any control over it. We can understand this. Things are happening and we are witnessing. When we think that I am doing that time also, it is because of that. So is there no role of Purushakar, that means self-effort? So there it will, the author will tell that also is his glory. As in Hindi, they say that satsang, binu satsanga vivek na hoi, Ram bina so sulabh na soi. Without satsang, one cannot have vivek, discrimination. So that happens also by the will of God. Whenever we have grace of God within us, then we have this inner or we are aware of this truth. That means the truth reveals to us that this world is temporary. It doesn't come all of a sudden. It is by the grace of God that it dawns onto us. So it is God's grace that we try to understand the nature of God and nature of ourselves. All this happens by the will of God. So here, let us go with the text and then introspective, that I was missing. The introspect that we have, introspective orientation, it happens because of the grace of God. Otherwise, you can see people are engrossed in this world. They don't bother about anything. So that also is his maya, his will. There are two views. One is called Purushakar, that means self-effort, and second is grace. And Upanishad also said this, Yamai Vaisha Brinutes Tena Labhya. So this is a tricky sentence. Yam eva esha brinute tena labhya. He who opts for him, he gains. Now, who is he? If he is God, when God opts for him, then only one gains. So, grace, and the devotees would say it is God, by the grace of God, that this introspection also happens. This inquiry also happens, that we want to know. We want to go beyond this. This also happens because of the will of God. And the Jnanis will tell, because I want to know, that is why. This ego is also his ego. So anyway, we are devotees, more or less. So we know that it's all God's grace. Otherwise, we sleep away. We are least bothered about this. So by the grace of God, this happens. And this, the author of Panchadashi also will tell the same thing. So, Antaryami iti. So I'll read the meaning. The meaning of the expression, the Lord makes them revolve by his Maya, is that the Lord, by his power of Maya, becomes involved in the intellect sheath. So, Vijnanmaya Kosha. So, as we have already studied, Anandamaya Kosha, taking the help of Anandamaya Kosha, he creates. This is according to this scripture. So, when creation happens, then there must be something to get that joy. And even we embody because of that. Jivan mukti sukha prapti hetave janma dharanam. So we also embody to have joy of as pure being and free being. Why this is said so? Because the self is not attached with anything. And it is nirvishesha. It is beyond all concepts. Why he embodies. And after lots of discussion, our predecessors came to this conclusion that this happens because the self wants to enjoy as embodied being, but free. Jivan Mukti means free while living. There is no other purpose. If there is another purpose, then that will be caught in cause and effect. So only purpose of embodying is to have joy of free being while embodied. So anyway, we'll go forward. So Maya, the Lord makes them revolve by his Maya. So Maya is Yama, that which is not, which does not exist ultimately, which has no independent existence, but we cannot deny it. And we have discussed about it a lot. So it will suffice that it is anirvachaniya. Sadasadbhyam anirvachaniya. Neither it is sat, existing, nor asat, non-existing, but bhavarupam yat kinchit. Little something is there. And what is that? That is the power of God. Presence of God, that gives that power. So anyway, we go forward. The same meaning is expressed by the Shruti saying that the Lord is called the inner controller. By applying this reason, one can come to the same conclusion with regard to the physical elements and all other objects. So Shruti also said this. What Shruti said? Shruti said, Yaha sarvebhya bhuteshu tishtan sarvebhya yamayati yesha. That means he is within all being and remaining there, he controls everything. Even see, Swami Vivekananda said this, that umpteen number of times I gave the same lectures in front of you and you heard it. It's like a reel, cinema reel. So after certain amount of time, it will repeat it again. So this Swamiji said. Similarly, everything is ordained as it were. So the same meaning is expressed by the Shruti saying that the Lord is called the inner controller, Antaryami. He controls from being within. See, if we analyze, the society is in order. Why? Society is in order because there is a rule here. So rule is subtle and it is within the system. And people may say because of cops, but actually it's not. Cops are also, that fear also is the ingrained quality that is installed within human being. And later we'll hear that Bhisho Smat Vatha Pavate Bhisho Deti Suryaha. Even this, the air is blowing, sun is rising. It is all because of fear of Brahman. This is some example is given. Ultimately, if you see, everything is ordained. And how complex this whole world, how complex, but all this is happening because there is some controller. And it is cyclic. Every year, this winter, summer, then spring, falls, all kinds of things. And also, a greater, say, sphere, there also you see similar repetition. So we can say this, by applying this reason, one can come to the same conclusion with regard to the physical elements and all other objects. Example will be given. So he is within. Yaha sarvebhya bhuteshu tishtan. See, within himself, within ourselves, within all being. Yamayati eshaha. That means he controls. The Atma Antaryami Amritam, and it is immortal. Okay, the example is given. This is the statement of Duryodhana. Duryodhana was not ordinary person. He was very wise. Only thing, sometimes he would try to be good also. But then everything would go because he was selfish. So he said this, Janami dharmam. I know what is dharma. I know what virtue is. But my inclination is not mine to practice it. Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. I don't want to practice that. Janami adharmam. I also know what is adharma. But I do not have inclination to come out of it. I know what is vice, but my desisting from it is not mine, but his. I do as I am prompted by some God seated in my heart. Tvaya rishikesh ridhistiteno yatha nijuktosmi tatha karomi. So this is there. Some people you can see, they resolve for something, but every time they fail. So somebody said, who said that it's difficult to give up smoking? Yesterday, for 20 days, I left 20 times. So it is easy. That means 20 times he again did the same thing. So this is because of the inner controller. But this is what he said, it is not exactly right. This happens because of our inner tendency. Arjuna also asked the same question. Anichannapi varshneyo baladiva niyojita. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam chariti purusha. Arjuna asked, why people commit sin, though they do not want to. Why they commit sin? Then Sri Krishna answered. He said, Kama esha krodha esha rajaguna samudbhava. It is because of desire that he commits some sin. And also, not only desire, krodha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madmatsarya. So this happens because of his previous impressions. He likes something, he does not like something. So raga, desha, two factors are there. Something he likes, something he does not like. Raga, desha, vijiktestu. So, and this is natural. In this nature, we like something, we don't like something. Whenever our senses come in contact with sense object, then this is natural to have this. Either we like it or we don't like it. So what is the solution then? Sri Krishna said, Tayorna vashamagachet, to hyasya paripantino. Don't come under their sway, because it is against your against which is good. If you come under their sway, then you'll be affected by them. Raga dvesha, that means liking, disliking. So indrasya raga dvesha vyavasthito. It is ordained that senses and sense objects have either attraction or repulsion. It is normal. But what human being can do? Human being can have discrimination. Oh, it is not good, it is good. And we do all the time. It's not something unusual. When we go to buy something, we see whether it is healthy or not, whether it is organic or not. All the time we discriminate. Similarly, even morality also. Some sins we don't commit because we know what is the result. Then cop will come and arrest us. So this is because we have discrimination. Only thing, we need to refine that discrimination. So that is the cause of, hidden cause of this nature. So anyway, we go forward. From the above verse, do not think that individual efforts are not necessary, for the Lord transforms himself as those efforts. Now this is the grace. It is because of the grace of God that one has discrimination. And also, one will put one's effort. So anyway, we go forward. This theory does not contradict the idea of the Lord prompting everything. For one who has known Ishvara to be the controller of things, knows his self as non-attached. So everything is happening. And in Bhagavad Gita also we see, Naiva kinchit karomiti yukta manneta tattvavid. The knower of self knows that I do not do anything. Though everything is happening, Vashan, Jigran, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shasan, Pralapan, Visrijan, Unmishan, Nimishan Nabi. Though everything is happening, he's seeing, he's hearing, touching, tasting, and also blinking. Everything is happening, but he knows I am not doing. We dream. In our dream, we do so many things. But when we wake up, we know I have not done all those things. But a person who is awake while interacting, he knows this is happening in Prakriti. Prakritehe kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha. That is happening in Prakriti. How it is happening? By guna and karma. Sattva, rajas, tamas, and also karma. So this is happening because of that. So I am not involved. So this idea will come to him. This theory does not contradict the idea of the Lord prompting everything. In his presence, everything happens. So first number thing is this. Light is there, so we are seeing each other. When computer impulses are there, so we are interacting with each other. So first, the background is him. And also that even goodness, that also comes from him. So anyway, if we can understand that even self-effort comes from his grace, then what will happen? Then we'll feel that we are not attached. Otherwise, I am doing, the ego will come. Okay, we go forward. Both the Shruti and the tradition declare this knowledge of the non-attachment of self to be the cause of release. Non-attachment, detachment. That asanga shastrena dridhana chitva, Gita says. Like one should cut asunder all the connections, all that attachments, all the fetters. So this is one who has known Ishvara. Both the Shruti and tradition declare. Shruti means our Veda, Upanishad, and Smriti. Smriti means our Purana. Declare this knowledge of the non-attachment of the self to be the cause of release. If we think that I am doing, then I am involved. When I am involved, I am entangled. And when I am entangled, I am not free. So this separation, detachment should be present so that we are free. It is also stated in Varaha Purana that both the scriptural and the traditional truths are from the Lord. It is his order, Agnya, his order. So here in that next shloka, he says, the Shruti declares that in fear of him, the forces of nature operate, showing that his commandments endanger fear. So his lordship over all beings is different from his inner rulership of them. So,
May I ask a question about
yes,
this?
yes, please.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. That's a very good.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's a monologue.
All right, thank you. I'm puzzled by the use of the word fear with reference to God or the Lord. And I know the word is used in Christianity in the Bible, but I never felt comfortable with this idea of fearing
Yes.
God. So, what is the sense here?
Okay. Fear does not mean that you are afraid of something. Why you don't steal, or even why people don't say untruth. So it's because of nature does not permit it. That means our nature prevents me. My nature prevents me to tell lies. If I tell lies, I'll become smaller. Therefore, this, it's in a sense. But Shruti said this. Bhishasmat vatah pavate, bhisho deti surya. So here, it's not that sun, is afraid of Lord, but ordained that way. Similarly, what I gave, the example I gave, why I don't tell lies? Because that will make me small. So this is a kind of fear, you can say, that, oh, I should not be small. Should not be mean-minded. So that prevents me telling this. It's not that the Christian fear is different. 7 kinds of fear. Lots of fear. And sin. But here in a different, say like a mood, or we can say different color of fear. Bhishasmat bata pavati. So this is the wordings are such. It's a order. If our parents say don't do this, then we won't do that. So why will we honor our parents? So somebody may say, oh, you're afraid of your father. Okay. If somebody calls that, it's fine. So this shloka says this. I understand, and your point is very valid. The Shruti declares that in fear of him, the forces of nature operate, showing that his commandments endanger fear. So his lordship over all beings is different from his inner rulership of them. This is when whatever controls. Okay, we can say this way. If I lift something and I leave it, so immediately it will fall. So it is a gravitational force. Somebody may say it's because that stone was afraid to go away. So it fell down. It's a principle. That's why we say Deva also. Deva means principle. Diva Dotanavan, what shines. And what shines? It is the principle that shines. It's a light. Because of light, we are seeing. It is falling on us and we are glowing and we can see each other. Because of electricity, I can see you. So it is hidden. It is controlling that. And I am afraid, like in our day-to-day parlance also we say, I'm afraid I should not say this. So not exactly afraid, but this is our ordained. We are ordained that way. So anyway.
Yes, I can understand what you're saying. And it seems like it's more about almost like respect, very
Respect, yes.
firm respect.
Respect, right.
But
and secondly, later this will tell that actually it is him. He has become all this. So it is not two entity. That Dvaitat bhayam bhavati. When there are two, then one is afraid of another.
Yes.
See, when even in darkness, if you are walking, you are afraid, or somebody is afraid. Why? He thinks there is something else, maybe a snake, maybe a ghost, maybe a thief. So people, when one is afraid, he is afraid of second entity, opponents. When there is no two, then this is just a word. Later it will be discussed that actually whatever is within, actually it is he himself is manifesting this way. But like then the book will stop. So we have to continue.
Okay, thank you very much. Good, good.
Yeah, Dvaitat Bhayam Bhavati. Our fear comes from second. So when there is no two, then what is the word? Why we are afraid of something else? There is, this is treatise of Advaita. Ultimately, we have to come to that. But we have to take everything together. Okay, why we see so many? And God is not seen, and you are saying God, 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 Brahman, Brahman. He's not visible. Where is Brahman? So we have to tell something, then then we have to come to conclusion. Yes, you say something.
Are you seeing this kind of principle? And the reason that I ask that is whatever it is we're trying to figure out, it's within this particular incarnation.
Okay.
It's the way it's playing out now. And yeah, you say, you talked about tendencies, I guess that would be samsara, which are also you think of as a kind of principle. That whatever is being played out here is a result of that. So if God is in this and making this play out now, does that mean that one's accumulated samsara you've been directed to whatever this play is? Or
Okay, let us take this way. It is our nature that we don't tell lies. If I tell lie, then it's beyond my nature.
And that's because of tendencies. Samsara.
See, all these are secondary level, but we'll come to the conclusion that is all one. There are no two. But this is also a way to look at when we are in the story. We are character of the story, then what happens? But if I am the author, then what happens? It is my nature. It is my nature that I should not tell lies. If I tell lie, that means I am jumping out of myself. I am demeaning myself. So anyway, we go forward. Now, one Shruti passage says that the suns and planets move at the command of the Lord. Another Shruti passage says that the Lord entering the human body controls it from within. Tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat. Lord created this. Ekoham bahusyama prajaya. I am alone. Let me be many. So what happened? Say like you want to play with yourself. So you like a chess. Sometimes you are putting from here and then from there. The same person playing chess. So ekoham bahusyama prajaya. I am alone. Let me be many. And tatsishtva tadevanu pravishat. He created and then he entered into it. Actually, he himself, when you paint, what happens? You yourself, you depict, oh, this is a cow, this is a field. You yourself. And why? And tiger, there is you painted a tiger, you painted a cow. And you made that cow should, tiger should eat cow, but cow should not eat tiger. So this is all that ordination you have created. So ultimately that will happen. I mean, we'll come to that conclusion. Okay. Jagad Yonir. So the Lord is said to be the source of the universe. for he causes the creation and dissolution of the world. So he creates, he preserves. Why he creates? Is he, and when he dissolves, why he dissolves? Is he anemic? See, like terrorists kill so many people. Oh, Genghis Khan killed millions of people. And that's why Vidyasagar said, I don't believe in God. God was sleeping that time when he was killing. So it's all preposterous. The Lord is said to be the source of the universe, for he causes the creation and dissolution of the world. By creation and dissolution are meant the manifestation and demanifestation of the world. You paint a painting, and then you say, oh, I don't like this, and then you omit it. Oh, you are destroying your own creation. You'll commit sin. No, Swami, it's my painting. So nobody will blame me. So similarly, nobody will blame Ishvara, God, Lord. Okay. The world remains potential as impressions in the Lord. He causes its manifestation in accordance with the past deeds of beings, creation, in like the unrolling of painted canvas. So it's like so painted. So he said rolling and unrolling of canvas. So it is not that Lord is committing some sin. 183. Okay. Say simple, it's not very complicated. Punaha tirobhavayati swatmanivakhilam jagat. If the painted canvas is rolled up, the picture is no longer visible. In the same way, when the karma of beings is exhausted, the Lord withdraws into himself. The universe with all that is contains, all that it contains, that means all remain in the latent form. So Swami said, each soul is potentially divine, potential and then kinetic, expressed and unmanifested, manifested, unmanifested. That's it. So he himself is creating and being everything. And again, he is withdrawing within. Okay. The creation and dissolution of the world are comparable to day and night, to the waking and sleeping states. Say, like daytime we are expressed, and nighttime we go and sleep. So it's like that. That in Gita, Bhagavad Gita also it says like that. Ratra agame praliyante ityadi. So it is when it is daytime, then he expresses, he manifests, he creates. And in dissolution, what happens as in night, he withdraws everything. The creation and destruction of the world are comparable to day and night, to the waking and sleeping states, to the opening and closing of the eyes, and the activity and questions of the mind. Okay. We go to the next. Ishvara is endowed with the power of Maya, which is the power of manifesting and demanifesting. So the objections to the theory that creation has a beginning or that it is evolutionary or that things are naturally endowed with certain special qualities do not apply to it. So it is only expression, that means manifestation and withdrawal. Okay, we go forward. Ishvara, through the tamas of Maya, is the cause of the inanimate objects, and through the reflection of the supreme intelligence, Ishvara is the cause of the jivas. So, jiva, the identification of the embodied being, is because of his sattva, sattvic, means intelligence, supreme intelligence. Tamas is the material. So it is his tamah pradhana kshetranam. It is objected that the cause of the bodies is that aspect of Paramatman. Cause of the bodies is the aspect of Paramatman in which tamas predominates. And that of the jiva is that aspect where intelligence, that means sattva, predominates. So Paramatman alone is their cause in accordance with their inner impressions. So it is God Himself who is manifesting as many moral and spiritual actions. इति वार्तिक कारण जड़ चेतन हेतुता परमात्मन एवोक्ता नेश्वरश्चेति चेत शृणु. Thus, Sureshwaracharya, the author of Vartika, has attributed the cause of the animate and inanimate creation to Paramatman and not to Ishvara. So anyway, these are various little differences are there. But Paramatman is without, in absolute form. When something is absolute, nothing can be attributed to him. But these are great Pandits and Acharyas, so we mention that it is according to him that attribution. Let me read this. Thus, Sureshwaracharya, the author of Brittika, has attributed the cause of the animate and inanimate creation to Paramatman and not to Ishvara. But Paramatman, it's in his presence everything happens. Ishvara means who is involved in creation. So he has mentioned only. Our reply is that now he is opposing that. Acharya Sureshwaracharya holds Brahman to be the cause of the world, but he has taken for granted that mutual superimposition of Ishvara and Brahman, even as that of Jiva and Kutastha. Oh, so one is Kutastha. That means the Jiva means involved being, and Kutastha means who is unaffected by it. We have talked about this, Kutastha. Kutastha means anvil. Anvil means on that everything is shaped. And an iron smith shapes many things over that iron anvil, but anvil is not changed. Iron is given shape to various articles, but anvil never changes. So Ishvara is like that. So our reply to Acharya Sureshwaracharya holds Brahman to be the cause of the world, but he has taken for granted the mutual superimposition. So mutual superimposition means like this light is falling on me, and that light that is falling on me also is reflected on it. So Anyonya Adhyas. So similarly, this is a great complex. Anyway, we go forward. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Yad Brahma Tasmat Samutthitāh Kham by Agni Jalur Vyop Bop Advaya Advan Nadeha iti Srutihi. The Shruti explains clearly that from Brahman, who is truth, knowledge, and infinity, arose Akasha, air, fire, water, earth, herbs, food, bodies, so forth. Many places in it is presented in many ways. Ultimately, it is Brahman. On that Brahman, everything is superimposed. So, you can conceive that Brahman is uninvolved, but it's like Sri Ramakrishna is better. Sri Ramakrishna is the best. Sri Ramakrishna said, the same person, a Brahmin, when he's worshipping, we call him Pujari, worshipper. Same person, when he cooks, we call him cook. But suppose he's not doing anything. So Brahman alone is real. So he sometimes is creating, preserving, and destroying. That means he takes the adjunct of Ishvara, God, Lord. So Sri Ramakrishna said, when he is creating, preserving, destroying, we call her Kali, mother. Mother is doing everything. And in a family also we see everything mother is doing. And Brahman is like a man. The same person. It's not two person. So when he is creating, preserving, destroying, I call her Kali. But when he is not doing creation, I call him Brahman. Same person. No person, not person. Like person. So there is no point, Sri Ramakrishna solved this point. Very interesting. Otherwise, Pandits, you can see this argumentations. Sri Ramakrishna solved many things. We are so grateful to Sri Ramakrishna that many things he just made it so easy. So we go forward. By deep inquiry and by the application of the rules of interpretation to the Vedic text, we come to know that Brahman is associationless and unconditioned by Maya, whereas Ishvara is the creator conditioned by Maya. So same Brahman, when he takes the help of Maya, then he creates, preserves, and destroys. This is told in Gita also, same thing. Prakritim swam avashthabhya sambhavami atma mayaya. I create myself by taking control of my Maya. It's not, what Sri Ramakrishna said, it is supported by Gita, Sri Krishna. He did not tell, but his presentation is simple and easy to understand. Okay. Satyam Jnanam, we go forward because this is Asangam Brahma Mayavi Sijatyesha Maheshwara. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Chet Upakrama Upasangritam. Anyway, the Vedas declare Brahman to be truth, knowledge, and infinity. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Taittiriya Upanishad. Infinity. And also that speech and the other organs cannot grasp it. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Mind and speech returns are not getting him. Why? Because mind and speech is created within the Maya. It cannot touch him. Thus, it is determined that Brahman is associationless. That's fine. Now, Mai means the controller of Maya or possessor of Maya. Another Shruti says, Ishvara, the Lord of Maya, creates the universe, whereas the Jiva is controlled by Maya. So, Ishvara associated with Maya is the creator. Yeah, simple. Gita also said this, and Sri Ramakrishna also says this. Ishwar, and Upanishad also said this. Mayam tu prakritim vidyan, Mahinam tu Maheshwara. So the controller or possessor of Maya is Ishvara. Okay. Anandamay Ishwasya. Ishwayam. As the deep sleep state passes into dream state, so Ishvara, who is known as the sheath of bliss, transforms himself into Hiranyagarbha. Golden womb. Again Hiranyagarbha. When he, the one, wills to be many. So in Hiranyagarbha only, that manifestation comes. You see, like this. We go to sleep. This is example. We go to sleep, then everything comes and crumbles, as it were, in one. And then we pass on to dreamless state. Similarly, when we come out, then we call it Mahat. First, we don't recognize. Then we gradually understand, oh, where am I? And this is my room, this is my bed, this. So differentiation happens. That happens from Hiranyagarbha, as it happens in our Mahat state. Mahat means, as we can understand, in our dream state, from there we wake up. Before even dreaming, then we dream and then we wake up. So that is that Mahat state. Mahat state means undifferentiated and then becomes differentiated. Another Shruti says that Ishvara, the Lord of Maya, creates the universe, whereas the Jiva is controlled by Maya. So Ishvara, associated with Maya, is the creator. Fine. As the deep sleep state passes into dream state, so Ishvara, who is known as the sheath of bliss, transforms himself into Hiranyagarbha when he, the one, wills to be many. Okay, we'll stop here. Akshay, any question?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Today I am at exam center.
Eh?
I am at exam center today.
Oh, what exam?
My friend has exam, IIT.
Oh. So, entrance exam?
Yes.
Are you appearing for that?
No, my friend is appearing.
Okay. No, what about you?
No, I am not appearing.
So you are to continue your college education, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaskar, namaskar. Thank you, Mark. Namaskar.
Swami, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
What is when it says you were talking earlier about the verse where it says things are predestined? Is it predestined in a general way or in a very specific way?
Okay. There are two views all the time. Two. Yeah. No, especially these two, that Kripavad. So those who consider grace, so they, bhaktas wants to think that it is God's grace. And Jnani thinks, no. He thinks that God is within me. Because of his presence, even this, like I am engaging myself. So these two are parallel, you can say. It's not general and particular. It is two different views. One, especially the devotees think that it is God's grace that happens. Even this, whatever, okay, it is like this. See, without God's grace, even this would not happen. And say opposing view will be, no. Why God? You are bringing God. We wanted to have it. But ultimately, it is He Himself who is manifesting in this form. After the Mahabharata war, Kunti, no, not Kunti, Gandhari cursed Sri Krishna that like you have destroyed my clan, if you wanted, you could have saved. But because you have destroyed my clan, your clan also will be destroyed. And Sri Krishna has detached. He did not say anything, neither for or against. He said, okay, mother. So after that, okay, said, okay, let us go. So there is one Barbaric. Barbaric was grandson of Bhima, son of Ghatotkacha, that means grandson of Bhima. So he had a special power. By one, he had 3 arrows only. He said, I need only 1 arrow to kill all. So Sri Krishna tried that also. And ultimately, Barbaric has to sacrifice his head. So he said, I wanted to see this war. So Sri Krishna put his head on the top of a mound. From there, he saw the war of that war of Kaurava and Pandavas. So when Gandhari cursed Sri Krishna, then said, okay, mother, let us go there and see. So they went to Barbaric. And Sri Krishna asked Barbaric, you have seen the war. Tell me, what did you see? Then Barbaric said, I saw you fought from both the sides. You were Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjuna, and Nakul Sahadev, and you were all Kauravas also. You were Drona, Bhishma, etc. You were all others. You yourself fought from both the sides. Then only Gandhari could understand. So it is the same entity who takes two form. So one is a devotee's perspective that everything depends on God. Oh God, please give me shelter. And Jnani says, no, no, I don't need God even. I am self-sufficient. So this is a bit difficult. Kleshu adhikatarak tesham abhyaktasakta chetasam. For those, it becomes a bit harder because you have to control your ego. Whereas devotee's ego is controlled when he submits himself at the feet of God. So you can take either side. I take devotee's side. Though when we culture this, then a different case. But it's easier. When you are devotee, then it is easier. Say Sri Ramakrishna, we take shelter at Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother. Mother knows everything. A mother cooks, mother brings food.
I think Swami David wants to know
Eh,
if God already knows when he's going to come here for the Panchadashi class. What day is he going to arrive here?
Correct.
Does God already know and he's predetermined?
Predetermined.
He's going to come before the summer recess. God knows already, and he's already decided. Or is that not what it means?
So like even if before my coming it was decided.
And it actually already happened.
Already happened, yeah. So this way it is easier. Otherwise, I have to prove how it happened, how it is happening. So it will be difficult for me. So I take shelter as Ramakrishna. Okay, thank you, David. Thank you very much. Namaste. Namaste. Jai Ma.